What is the best decision you've made while drunk? I went to a party in college and came home with a cat. I was petting the house owner's cat and he asked if I wanted a kitten. They had found him outside and he was in rough shape. He is now 7 years old and appropriately named Molson. I don't get it. We had a get-together at my place a couple years ago, just me and 3 of my classmates. One of them recently broke up with his GF and was heartbroken. We got quite drunk and they left the next morning, but said classmate came back for his charger and told me that thanks to what I've said the day before, they are getting back together with GF. I was glad obviously, but to this day I have no clue what I've told him. I was very drunk. They're still together BTW. I got really hammered one night and started missing my mom, even though I talked to her regularly, because I lived very far away so I didn't see her often. Apparently I called her and spoke to her for about 2 hours, according to my phone log. The next day when I called her to apologize for whatever dumb shit I said, she told me that it was the most wonderful conversation she'd ever had and that I made her feel so proud to be my mom. I have no clue what I said to her and I never had the heart to tell her that I couldn't remember the call. She died 2 years ago and I never did find out what I said to her. Counselor. I made grilled cheese at 2 AM once, but instead of using plain toast I made it with garlic bread. Chef. You can buy garlic butter to put on your bread before grilling it. It's a game changer. I've left, and continue to do so, a pint glass of ice on my bedside table so I can't drink it immediately, but when I wake up with that 4 AM cottonmouth thirst, big glass cold water waiting, no getting up. Oh, nice to meet you, smartest person alive. This is a straight up LPT my dude. Holy heck, why have I never thought of doing this? My friend and I were drunk when we decided to do a 2,000-mile motorcycle trip. We did it a few months later and had a blast. We now have a rule that if we both agree to a ridiculous trip while drinking, the agreement must be honored. I used to deliver small airplanes as a sort of side gig. The best part for me was simply being by myself, often for days, and just enjoying leisurely flights over the US. One evening several years ago, I'd had a few too many and invited my dad to join me on a 3 to 4 day trip to deliver some guy's new plane from the Northwest. Disclaimer, although I care about him, Dad can be very stressful to travel with on long trips. So the next morning I was a little annoyed with myself for doing this. Due to medical issues, that turned out to be the last vacation he ever had, and we had a great time. I'd hate to have missed that week with him. On edit, thank you for the awards everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. Was expecting a story about flying an airplane drunk. Ended up being quite a touching story. Would make a good movie I reckon. Call it Fly Far, Fly Farther. Me, hey man, delivering airplanes sounds like a pretty awesome job. Pull into, oh that's just my side hustle. Man, I wish I could have a side hustle that allowed you to take many vacays every so often. I booked a vacation to New Orleans at 3 AM while blackout drunk. I got awesome deals on airfare and a nice hotel. Even booked it to perfectly fit into my work schedule. I have no idea how I pulled it off, but it was like getting a gift from a stranger. Dude, my last 3 vacations and skydiving trips were all planned completely hammered. The first time was so successful I almost believe I planned better. Since July I've been skydiving twice, kayaking, saw all the San Diego Zoo, got a sunburn, went camping, went fishing, visited old friends across the country and tripped mushrooms. If I plan sober I worry about money and all the legwork to plan/pull it off. Not to carpool with my homie after a huge mansion party, where we all got drunk. I had done it before but got some smart impulse not to this time. After I took an Uber and got home to sleep, I woke up from my alcohol-induced sleep and found out from his mom that he ended up flipping the car into a canyon, the roof caved, he broke his neck, and ended up with what luckily turned out to be temporary paralysis. As thankful as I am that he's well and walking now, and just as functional a person as he once was, I'm glad I didn't take the car ride with him. My man Keegan said it best. Feel, don't think. Use your instincts. This is why my parents used to tell me, if you're at a party and need a ride home, call us, don't ride with anyone else. I don't care if it's 3 AM. I will now tell my son the same when he gets older, as this advice has gotten me 2 out of bad scenarios. I wrote "Get with the cookie delivery guy" as my entry on the goals for spring semester list we posted on the wall in my college apartment. Then we invited the cookie delivery guy up for a party. That was almost 8 years ago. We got married last October. 2 things: 1, good for you. Congrats. 2, who the fuck delivers cookies? 9 years ago, stumbling to the pita shop after the bars closed with my friends, I drunkenly ordered a falafel pita instead of my usual. Blew my mind and changed my life. Now I want falafel. My buddy went to this awesome food place called Amo Falafel and ordered a chicken burrito. We're not friends anymore. At the end of the night, I asked out a girl from our work group who I thought I would never have a chance with. That was almost 3 years ago, and we just got married last month. Congratulations. Similar, 36 years ago, I got day drunk on mimosas with a friend and we fell into bed together. Been together ever since. Nice dude. When I was 21, I was quite the alcoholic and I had started using cocaine quite frequently. It started to develop into an addiction as I was doing it alone at my house on a daily basis. One day I was drinking alone at home and went to the gas station to pick up some smokes. On the way back, a high school friend of mine was walking his dog, and I picked him up. He wanted to smoke some weed, and so we went back to my place. He started talking about how he just got out of rehab and was telling me about how bad addiction was, all of the signs, etc. He had no clue I was using coke. I very emotionally opened up to him and ended up throwing a little less than an 8-ball into the trash. Haven't touched the shit since. To this day, the decision to go to the gas station to buy cigarettes when I was drunk was the best one I have ever made. Wow. Him trying to stop using cocaine at the moment. An 8-ball is a lot of cocaine to throw away. Very underrated comment. I enjoyed reading this. This summer I was drinking at a beach with a fire pit like this one. We kept the fire going all night, and since I hadn't eaten dinner, I brought 2 frozen pan pizzas. I heated them on the concrete part overhanging the fire, and it was no joke the best pan pizza I've ever had. It's the only way I heat them now. Wait, so you exclusively eat pizza at the beach? How long did you let it cook? Decided that maple leaves look like little hands and proceeded to high-five every tree I saw. Happiest night ever. Still high-five cute leaves sometimes and give myself a good chuckle. Always wondered when I'd stop being a lurker and finally be compelled to comment. This is apparently it. Love it. Something so pure about this one. This one is adorable. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.